Let me ask you something personal. How long have you been trying to be enough? Smart enough, beautiful enough, successful enough, good enough? And despite all your effort, do you still feel like you're not quite there? Like you're constantly chasing a moving target? If that's you, then you've been caught in one of the most dangerous illusions of the modern world, the illusion of perfection. It's silent, it's subtle, and it's everywhere. You see it when you scroll through Instagram, where every photo is filtered, every body is sculpted, every life is curated. You see it at work, where people wear masks of competence while drowning in imposter syndrome. You see it in yourself when you delay starting something until it's perfect, but never actually begin. We are haunted by the idea that perfection is the standard. But here's the truth that no one says out loud. Perfection doesn't exist. It never has, and chasing it is killing us. Plato wrote about ideals, the perfect form of everything. But even he understood that in the physical world, perfection is unattainable. What we see, what we experience, is always just a shadow of the ideal. Yet somehow, we've turned that shadow into a demand. We expect ourselves to live up to these impossible standards. And when we fall short, as we always will, we don't blame the standard. We blame ourselves. Nietzsche saw this too. He warned against slave morality, the quiet voice inside that tells you you're never enough unless others approve. It whispers, you need to prove your worth. You must earn love. You must strive until you are flawless. But the irony is, the more you chase perfection, the more disconnected from yourself you become. You stop listening to your intuition. You stop creating freely. You start performing instead of living. You become a hollow shell of expectations. Let me tell you a story. There was a girl who loved to draw. She wasn't the best, but she loved it deeply. She'd fill pages with messy, wild sketches, dragons, cities, people with too many eyes. Until one day someone said, that's not how you draw a face. She tried to fix it, make it realistic, neat, acceptable. Years passed. She stopped drawing. She thought she wasn't talented. But the truth is, she wasn't untalented. She was just taught to be perfect. And perfection kills passion. It murders curiosity. It silences your soul. Carl Jung said, the most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely. Why? Because when you stop chasing perfection, you face the raw, unfiltered truth of who you are. And that can be ugly, messy, chaotic. But it's also real. And reality is where healing happens. Perfection is often just fear in disguise, fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of being seen. We hide behind the excuse of not ready, not good enough, just fixing one more thing. But what we're really saying is, I'm afraid. Afraid that if I show up as I am, I won't be loved. But here's the paradox. The version of you that's pretending to be perfect can never be loved, because it's not real. Only the real you, flawed, insecure, alive, can be loved. Bonhoeffer, in his reflections on human weakness and grace, argued that freedom comes not through strength, but through accepting weakness. He said, it is only by living completely in this world that one learns to have faith. To live completely means to be seen without the armor, to be messy, to be wrong, to be in progress, not flawless, but faithful to your truth. Let me be brutally honest. Perfectionism is not a virtue. It's a trauma response. Somewhere along the way, you learn that love is conditional, that worth must be earned, that being yourself isn't safe. So you learn to perform, to polish, to hide. But here's the wild truth. You were never supposed to be perfect. You were supposed to be whole. And wholeness includes your flaws, your darkness, your wounds, your awkward laugh, and your trembling hands. We don't need perfect people. We need honest ones. People who admit they're scared. People who try anyway. People who fall and get back up, publicly. People who live messily, boldly, imperfectly. Because that's how the world changes. Not through flawless masks, but through raw, human truth. So the next time you hesitate, waiting until it's perfect, remember this. Start before you're ready. Speak even if your voice shakes. Create even if it's messy. You don't owe the world a perfect version of you. You owe it your truth. And the more you show up as you are, the more you make it safe for others to do the same. Let me leave you with this. Perfection is a cage. Wholeness is freedom. Which will you choose? If you want to see more, click the subscribe button and like.